Hey y'all, it's my review for SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B episode 4. Now, last week, look, they pitted the fans against each other. I know Candy had one hell of a week, like going against Latocha, SWV, as well as Tamar. But I'm glad this episode was a little bit more positive. And look, I was happy with the outcome. It was a good episode all around. I'm just glad that, they didn't make us choose this episode because at the end of the day, with SWV and Xscape, I love both groups, but if y'all gonna make me choose Xscape, I'm gonna choose SWV. And also, before I get into the episode, I got a chance to talk to Taj from SWV last night. It was such a pleasure. It made my Sunday. Hell, it made my month, because y'all know that's my group. So we had a fun kiki. If you want to see it, I posted the whole thing on my Instagram. It is CDIGGI1. And I posted a little clip on YouTube too. I had to be a little bit shady. I told her how much I love Downtown. It's my favorite song. And I had to ask her, what did rain mean? Can you sell it for me? I'm sure somebody asked her that before, but I need to hear from her myself. Anyway, let's get into the episode. So we open seeing some of the ladies day to day. We see Taj and Coco, they training at the gym. Here go Latasha the problem, talking to her evil, gremlin-looking ass husband. So we're back with Taj and Coco, and it's just good to see that they are in such a better place right now. I mean, if y'all saw the earlier SWV shows, they were going at it. I don't even think Coco was effing with her 20 years ago. The way they've just come so far is just great to see. Xscape could learn a few things, just saying. So of course they're talking about the disaster of the meeting they had with Xscape and who's co-headlining. Taj is staying firm. She's like, we should co-headline. It is a collaborative effort. It's not about who has the most social media following. It's not about ego. It's not about who can put the most butts in seats, even though we can have that conversation. But it's like celebrating both artists. And it's just one show. So I just didn't understand why Candy brought that up or why it's a big deal, especially when they're having so much turmoil in their own group. Yes, Coco. Look, the real Coco has not come out yet. She said, you about to bring that Bronx out? They're not ready for some hot Coco. We cut to both ladies' confessionals, and they're saying they've toured with other girl groups, and some even bigger than Xscape, like TLC and En Vogue, and they've never had the disrespect that Xscape has given them. And that says a lot. And to be honest and very frank, I told this to Taj that when we're talking about the girl group conversation back in the 90s, y'all had to be there. But it was always SWV, TLC, and En Vogue in the conversation. Hell, after that was Total. Sorry, Xscape fans. They made us choose. Candy started this. Coco will come with the shade. They can learn something from En Vogue with these 7 million records. So next scene, we're with Lily at her home. Her manager's there, and she's just showing him her other endeavor, which is being an author of a sex novel. And it's called Sister Hot P Word. I think it's too early in the video to say that. But yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for multiple streams of income. Now, I remember when those type of books were really popular back in the day. Was it like the Sister Soldier novels? Or was that something completely different? Probably something completely different. I'm wondering, is there still an audience for this? Hey, pervs like to read too, so there's that. And look at that, Lily's saying that SWV will always be my priority. I don't know where I would be without that group. Look, Latasha the problem, she could really learn something from SWV. I know they cool with her now out of pettiness, but I think if Latasha had that mindset, her own career would go very far. But she continues to stay salty and bitter, so her karma is going to continue to be her worst enemy. Lily is also talking to her manager about the meeting and just saying that she didn't expect all this coming to this situation with Xscape. But look, coming in with Candy Burst and the drama, as well as Mona Scott Young producing this show, yeah, it was gonna be some type of mess. I just love seeing SWV on a grown woman shit. They see the bigger picture of everything. They are legends and they carry themselves like legends. So next scene, we're with Taj and Tamika meeting up for lunch. They're at this place called Crepes in Atlanta. Is this Taj restaurant? Someone let me know in the comments. But Tamika has all these ideas. She wants to dabble in creative directing. And, it sounds ambitious, but Look, we'll see the finished product at the end of the season, hopefully. There's still no word of who's co-headlining or not. She does say in her confessional, oh, we may let them co-headline with us. Okay, all right. You know, I like Tamika, so we're gonna move on. However, I do love her excitement and enthusiasm with working with SWV. I feel like she really wants this tour to happen as well. So it surprises me how difficult they're being when it comes to headlining. Next scene, we're at Tasha's condo and she's getting ready to host the second meeting for SWV and Xscape. Hopefully this one goes better. Now Taj, I gotta read you for getting this store-bought ham in a packet and just putting it on a plate with some cheese for your guests. Now come on, ma'am. You know better. Is she doing that for the cameras? What happened to the charcuterie board? Charcuterie board, I know what it is. But you know what, at the time, maybe Taj was still mad at Xscape. She put that ham and cheap wine out. She's like, that's all these bitches deserve. So the ladies of Xscape arrive and even the problem showed up. I mean, she's still mean mugging, but at least she's there. So everything is hunky-dory now. You have Tamika going over like, you know, her vision of what the tour is gonna look like, the set list. Coco interrupts her and says, okay, well, before we talk about all this, is we co-headlining or nah? They have a little bit of awkward silence. She's like, Candy, what's up? Now, she didn't do it like that, but I'm sure that's how she meant it. Now, Candy wants to say, oh, whatever my group members want. Really? Did Mona Scott put you up to that to cause drama, or was it Todd? Anywho, Latocha speaks up for once and said, man, let's just co-headline. We gonna co-headline so we can just move on. Now, it looked like the other members of Xscape think otherwise, but they don't say anything. So I'm guessing it's established now that both groups are co-headlining and they can move on. So now Tamika's explaining to the ladies her vision for the tour, and across from her, we can see Latocha just looking all crunchy at her own sister's enthusiasm. We cut to her confessional. She's like, well, I was the one back in the day to be in charge of all that. Okay, so that was then, this is now. Just mad about creative directing, mad about not singing lead. Closed mouths don't get fed. Speak up if you want to participate too in a creative direction. And then she got the nerve to say, well, she took the sisterhood too. Are you serious? You were the main problem with sisterhood in your group. She is delusional. So this meeting between the two groups is already way more productive than the last one. Tamika, you know, she's saying her ideas and the group is just humoring her because some of them think that it's corny. Tamika also assigns roles to all the ladies, like Tiny and Lily have wardrobe. Song list is Coco, Candy, and Tasha. Should have just been Candy and Coco in my opinion. And everyone is responsible for choreography. Now they're saying that this tour is supposed to be in a few weeks. Granted that it's only one show, it shouldn't be that bad. Now if it's a whole tour, then yeah, I would be very concerned, but it's just one show. So next scene we're with Candy in the studio. Looks like she's gonna be meeting up with Coco and Latocha to set up the song list. And look at Candy singing weak. She sounds good. Look, I've never come for Candy's voice. I think she's a good singer. I do think that her voice is very essential to Xscape's sound. So yeah, y'all can have fun with that. I think Candy is a good singer. No one said that she was a Coco or like a Mariah Carey. Like Candy's in her own lane. Now who is this engineer because he kind of fine? His name is J.O. Someone drop this man's Instagram handle in the comments. Please and thank you. So Coco arrives with her son to join her in this meeting, which is cute. Latocha, here she come in. She don't even give Candy a hug. She's like, hey, they really don't like each other. Crazy. We cut to Candy's confessional and I totally agree with her. I've been to over 100 concerts. Like concerts is my thing if y'all didn't know. And a set list definitely will make or break a concert. It could be any artist. You gotta have the right set list. Now I'm looking at these two song lists that Candy has up between the two groups and y'all already know the group with the longer lists. Just saying. Ooh, the contention in this meeting is just over song lists, ladies. Like Coco, I mean, she have a little fun shade with Candy. It's still positive, but Latocha and Candy, you can feel the tension through the screen. Now here go Tasha, the problem. Like she can't even answer one question Candy gives her. Like just wants her opinion on a song. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that because I'm doing other things. What other things are you doing besides getting a record deal behind your group's back? And with that record deal, you do know that you have to sell records, right? Good luck with that. I feel bad for Candy because she is trying with this broad and she keep giving that same trout mouth negative energy. Anyway, so the conversation continues about the song list. Candy's talking about their biggest song, Weak, which I agree. Knocks me right off of my feet. Can't explain why your love, it makes me weak. Is Xscape's biggest hit Understanding? Interesting, okay. That never was my favorite song. I think my favorite Xscape song is You're My Little Secret. The song they have with MC Light, Keep On, Keeping On. Cause you came and you changed my world. Your love so red. Look, that's what I love to Xscape. And shout out to MC Light. She don't be getting her flowers a lot. Next scene, we're with Tamika and Taj, and they're meeting up with the creative director for the stage set. I love how integrated this episode is. Like, we're getting like both groups like mixing and mingling together. So they pulling up to the building where they're meeting the creative director, and I don't know, I would be thinking this sketch too. It looked like a church or where people gather for a repast after the funeral. But when they walk in, they're like, oh, okay. It looks professional then. So they're going over the ins and outs of the show, and I love what this creative director is talking about. Like, I really wish that they continue with this co-headlining tour, because I would have really enjoyed something like this. And now they're talking about SWV's hit that I love, Rain. Oh my God. Let your love just fall like rain, just rain on me. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, so they talking price now, and that price is going up. Like 65K, 75, 100. And why do they want horses on stage? Have we not learned from CeeLo? Do not bring animals on stage. I wonder what is the budget for a production like this? Because look, I would pay, how much would I pay for a tour with SWV and Xscape co-headlining? I would pay $150 to $200. So yeah, you pack out an arena like that, I mean, you could do something with a budget and get like a good return. I'm wondering about the end of this season, like were they just playing with us and just beefing just to get us talking? And then by the end of the season finale, they announced the tour dates of their co-headlining tour. I mean, that would be great. Or maybe it's just wishful thinking on my end. We cut to Tamika in the confessional talking about the budget. She's like, this ain't no GoFundMe. Was that TLC shade? Child, so next scene we're with Candy meeting up with her right-hand man, Donawana. This is basically a venting session for Candy. She's saying, you know, on her ship, her company, everything is running tight. But with this one group, like it's just all in disarray. And why is it? Because of the problem. Latocha the problem. She's just saying how dissatisfied she was at the last meeting with Coco and Latocha over the song list. Like, Latocha wasn't giving any type of good input. She had negative energy. Candy tells Downone that she already knows that she's shopping for a record deal behind the group's back, and there's been no communication with them on that. Here's what Candy does. She brings on, you know, someone that can say shady shit for her. I see you, Candy. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it because it's Don Juan who said it. It's not Candy. Okay, Don Juan, this is his moment. He is going off on Latocha. Again, Candy mentions that Latocha likes to distance herself from the group, but not cut them completely off because she uses them as a safety net in the case where, like, her solo plans don't go well. This beef between the two ladies spans 30 years. They need to just fight at this point. Donawana is working that neck. The only reason why Latocha want to get with y'all because she know that she can make more money as a foursome. Donawana says something prolific, I guess, like don't make someone a priority when you're only an option. He didn't come up with that, Candy. The way Candy was like, ooh, I love that. That quote is not new at all. This is something that we all tell ourselves when we're dealing with fuck ninjas in the dating world. Next scene, we're with Taj, Coco, and Coco's son Jalen as they're shopping for looks for the group. And they're looking to Jalen for some fashion tips. Now, you know, Coco, I love you and your son, but I'm not sure if I want to take fashion advice from him, just considering what he's wearing, but I love him though. And this shop is very sketch. I don't know. Where are the fashions? All I'm seeing from this store is outdated looks from the 2010s. Maybe this is just stage wear they're looking for, because with stage wear, like, you can look like a Power Ranger on stage and it is fine. I mean, look at Angel Brink's shit. I will say SWV's fashions, you go look on their Instagram, they've been looking right. So they're good on the fashion front. I don't know why they trolling us going here. So they're chilling for a bit in the store, and then Coco is telling Taj, her issue with her son, that he wants to quit dentistry school to pursue a career in singing. Taj, like everyone else, is saying, why can't you just do both? Like, you have the privilege of your mom paying for you to go to school, and you can still sing on the side. But he's saying that he just really doesn't like it. He's been going to therapy for it. And not just specifically because of this situation, but for depression as well. And Coco lets us know how she's been keeping a close eye on him. And I just love that she's just a big part of her son's life and, well-being. Taj has been telling us her own experience about not going to college and having nothing to fall back on when SWV broke up. She said she worked at a coffee shop for $9 an hour after they broke up. Could you imagine, like, hobnobbing with celebrities touring the world? Like, people singing your songs on the radio, your song's still on the radio, and you working at a coffee shop? Look, that is humbling. SWV has gone through it, and I'm so glad collectively they've made it through the rain. No pun intended. Now see, Jalen's sitting there smiling and nodding his head, but I feel like it's going in one ear and out the other. See, these young folks, they don't want to listen to nobody. Look, they're Generation X, I'm a millennial, like, he's Gen Z, he needs to listen. So next scene, we see the ladies of Xscape without the problem, rehearsing. I don't know what song this is. Y'all let me know in the comments. Honestly, they should have been a trio. Like, Latocha been stank for 20, 30 years. They should have put their foot down. After they finished rehearsing this song, Candy's like, where's Latocha? Tamika's like, I don't know. I ain't hear from her. So meanwhile, we're now with Latocha and her shiesty husband. Looks like they're celebrating because she officially got signed to Motown Gospel. Good for her. Now's the real test of selling records. We cut to her confessional, and she's very excited about her new deal singing gospel. I just think it's funny she's singing gospel and she's not godlike. She also says with this new deal that she'll be able to own her masters, which is a big deal for musicians. She said with Xscape, she was making pennies on the dollar. I'm guessing because she didn't write the songs, no production credit, she just sang them. I mean, girl, you were the one making pennies. Like Candy and Tiny, not sure about Tamika, but they were making money. And with your little gospel contract, okay, you're gonna be making $4 or $5. Good for you. Her trash ass husband then asks her, well, what does this mean for Xscape? She doesn't say anything. She just says, So then we come back to Xscape and they're singing Understanding. And Candy, she had to make sure she got that high note right. They sound good. And basically, they don't need Latocha. Like, Tamika can sing Latocha's parts. Now, I love seeing them perform this, but I'm like, Lord have mercy. Like, they are putting their all in that one song. Like, I'm like, are they going to be tired? Because I'm thinking, okay, they're going to do, like, what, 10, 12, 15 songs? And no shade to Candy or Tamika, of course, but they look like their head's about to pop off trying to hit these notes. I'm, like, a little bit concerned for their stamina. After this, Candy's like, okay, we done this dancing, but where's she at for real? So then their tour manager comes out. She says, well, she's not coming. She won't be coming. She's not even going to sound check. She's just going to go to the stage, perform, and leave. I'm with Candy like, who the fuck this bitch thinks she is? Candy is pissed. And Tiny's just so chill. Okay, well, Candy, what you gonna do? What you think we should do? Candy basically wants to fire her ass. She's saying everything but that. I think Tiny's trying to egg her on to say that. But look, Candy's smart. Maybe she's not saying it for legal reasons. She's saying that Latocha's treating them like she's Gladys Knight and they're the pips. Because at this point, it's unacceptable on Latocha's end. Like, they don't even know if she's showing up. So they got to be ready in the event where it's just them three. We cut to Tamika's confessional, and she's saying back then she probably would have had her sister's back no matter what. But thank God she has finally seen the light that Latocha is unequivocally, without a doubt, unanimously the problem. We come back to Latocha. She's still on her bullshit, thinking that she don't need Xscape. Fine, then go. Leave those girls alone. They are a trio now. And just looking at social media now, present day, I don't think they'll ever be a quartet ever again. She said she is running to this solo deal and she don't give a fuck about Xscape. She can run to that deal as fast as she wants to. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, she's gonna be in debt and dropped. Watch. Okay, so we see her sign that deal with the devil next to her, and then we cut back to Xscape performing. This is the song Tonight. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that familiar with Tonight. I think around the first time I heard it was maybe in the 2000s or maybe even near Versus. But I know Tiny goes off on this song, as we can see. You better sing, Tiny. So then during the song, we see Tamika singing her sister's parts, and she said it's hard, but she nailed it. And after they finish, that is where the episode ends, y'all. Again, another great episode. We do see in the next one, though, that SWV and Xscape bump heads again. Look, we got 2 episodes left. I'm enjoying it, and the discourse is just gonna have to come with it. It is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.